The mind, the major job of the mind is control and make the organ and the gland system work in function. But nowadays, our mind is out. So we never give a chance for the mind to take care and look after our body.
So tell us, what is this all about? What is Chinese astrology?
We have 5 major elements inside the body which symbolic the organs. So we say a creating cycle will solve a lot of problems you have. Every emotional will attack the heart. Hatred passes to the next generation.
Through my sons.
And that's how the hatred in the world here is passing. It never ends.
Mantak, what about the sexual energy?
A DNA renewal need arousal, orgasm, love, and compassion combined energy. When you feel orgasm, you bring the orgasm up into the brain,
right?
Rather than go out and finish. You actually clean out the junk in the DNA. You yourself don't take care of your organ, and you expect somebody that don't know you to be an expert to check you and to heal you. So heal yourself first.
They say that the human race is doomed, that we have lost touch with our true nature, that the media has corrupted us, and that the planet has no future. I disagree. I believe that humanity is full of hope, and that our salvation lies within each one of us. My name is Brian Rose, and my job is to listen, the oldest method of learning known to man. Each week I seek out individuals that are changing the world, people who are living and thinking in a different way. Their stories will challenge your beliefs, make you question your choices, and perhaps inspire you to change. I never planned on doing any of this, but now I can't stop. Join me on this mission and make humanity something we can all be proud of.
Welcome, this is Brian Rose. I'm at the London Real brand new world headquarters. I'm here with Master Mantak Chia. You would know him as the Taoist master, the author, and he teaches people how to use their chi to empower their lives. You've written over 50 books. You were here 5 months ago, and London Reelers loved you. Your episode did huge numbers. You're back in town to teach a workshop about the 5 elements, and you're also a master Chinese astrologer. And you've done my astrology charts here, and we're gonna break these down tonight, so welcome back to London Real.
London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next accelerator course is starting soon.
Welcome back to London Real.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you very much. A little bit of both, right?
Yes.
Now, I must tell you, when it comes to star signs and charts, I've never believed in this stuff. I'm from the West in America, I studied science and engineering, so I'm definitely skeptical. But I will say this one thing, Master Chia, is that I believe that your techniques are powerful. And I think your work with male sexual energy and organ massaging is very real. So I'm very open-minded, and I'm here to listen.
Thank you.
So tell us, what is this all about? What is Chinese astrology?
The Chinese astrology is based on the universal energy. So that we call divide the heaven into 5 major big element star. And when it's closer to us, we have the planets. We divide it into 5 elements star. And when it comes to us, we have 5 major elements inside the body, which symbolic the organs also.
Okay.
So for example, we say fire elements, symbolic the heart and small intestine.
Okay. So
And
fire is heart and
fire.
small intestine. Okay.
And the earth elements symbolic the spleen, pancreas, and stomach.
Okay, earth, spleen, pancreas, and stomach. Okay.
And metal element symbolic we call connection to the lungs and last intestine.
Okay.
And the water elements are connecting to the kidney and the bladder.
Okay.
And the last one is the wood elements connecting with the liver and gallbladder.
Okay. Now,
So-
who assigned like the wood to the liver and the gallbladder? Who assigned the fire to the heart?
And that is we go back to many thousand years.
Thousands of years. Okay.
And they discover that these elements and organs and so in the nature we also 5 elements. We have the fire, that is the sun, the stove, the heat, the volcano. All this is fire.
Okay.
Okay, so our heart have a connection to the hot to it.
Okay.
Because it's the link. So when you have the elements, you link to the nature, you link to the planets, and you link to the constellation,
Okay.
and you link to the biggest star in the universe.
Okay.
And they divide them into all 5 elements. So now you can see their connection.
Okay. And I was born at a certain time when the
time.
constellations were in a certain
Right.
place.
Right.
And that should tell me something about my elements.
Right. So they divide, for example, like the energy we divide into 5 elements. So every element have negative, positive.
Okay.
So we have 10 in the heavenly stem. And you have 12 branches, earth branches, or they stand by 12 animals.
Okay.
So we have like the rat, like the buffalo, and all the tiger and monkey,
Okay.
all these things, for 12 animals.
Animals. And then when I see, like in China, it's the year of the rat. Are these the animals?
Yes.
Do they all have a year in
Every
China?
year. And the whole key about the animals is that they group the people into animals,
Okay.
and they play the animal game, because certain animals go along with certain people.
Okay.
And so certain animals go with certain animals. So some animals don't go along.
Okay. So certain animals get along with other animals.
Right.
What's my animal? Master
Your
Chia?
animal is boar.
A boar. So
Pig.
you're calling me a pig.
Yes.
Now, is that
And-
not, because in the West, calling someone a pig isn't such a nice thing.
But pig is smart.
He's mad.
Very smart.
Oh,
very
smart.
clever. Yes.
Smart pigs.
Yeah, pig.
Okay, that's a nice way of
And
putting it.
so you see here the pig.
Yeah.
So you go along with tiger.
Okay.
You go along with rabbit, and you go along with lamb. But you not go along with the snake.
Snakes. So I don't get along with snakes.
Yeah.
So if any other person is a snake, I might not get along with them.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we jump in, I want to know some more. But you personally, you are, is it true, are you half Chinese and half Thai? Is that
No,
right?
I'm Thai. I'm Chinese, but born in Thai.
Chinese born in Thailand. Okay.
That means both my parents is Chinese.
Chinese, okay. So, and then this is old Chinese medicine. So thousands of years ago, people observed these
Yeah.
things and these elements, and they came up with these theories and
Right.
ideas. Okay.
And the most important part is that once we get into when we know the planet, the planets and the organs, and now we know that the organs have emotional.
Right.
Okay. So because the fire element is play into the emotional part.
Okay.
So we have the negative emotional and we have the positive emotional. The same thing like the element. Negative, we have the a negative fire, and we have the, or we call yin fire and yang fire.
Okay.
So a yang fire means a bigger fire, a yin fire a smaller fire.
Okay.
And so when sometimes people, the fire or the heart very big.
Okay.
And we can know that this person, it can be a lot of heart fire.
Okay.
So he have a lot of power to get things done, but he can be very impatient.
Okay.
Hastiness.
Okay.
Or when he get to hate people, it's quite strong because
Okay.
too much fire.
Okay. So each element has kind of a yin and yang.
Yin yang.
Good and bad
emotional,
side.
yes.
Okay.
Have
Now,
emotional.
now you say that the organs all have energy, and I must say, I have to tell you, Master Chia, a couple of years ago, if you told me this, I wouldn't believe you. But now I do believe. I believe my gut tells me things.
Yes.
I think my heart tells me things. I don't know now whether my bladder or my pancreas tells me things, but I do believe that the body is the mind. That there's a lot going on in the body. They're connected. They're all this. They're the same thing, right?
Yes.
And there's intelligence all over your body.
Yeah, yeah. Because the mind, you see, the problem now in here, they try to tell us that, look, the mind, the major job of the mind is control and make the organ and the gland system work in function, in body harmony and function and work well.
Okay.
So that means nearly 60-70% of the mind have to do that.
Okay.
But nowadays, we are 90 to 99% our mind is out. So we never give a chance for the mind to take care and look after our body.
Okay, so we're always thinking outside, and thinking in our brain, in our brain,
Right.
and we don't give the mind the chance to focus on the body,
Right.
and to take care of the body.
So we get sick.
Okay, so we get sick, and also we don't use our hands
To work on
the energy.
Right.
So the last time Master Chia was here at London Real, I didn't know what we were getting into. I knew a little bit about him, but he started having me massage my organs. You had me work on the spinal fluid going up to my brain,
Yeah.
and I found it very interesting, and a lot of people connected with what you were saying. Not to mention sharpening the sword and the sexual energy, which we're going to get to later, folks.
Yes.
And we're going to be doing some stand-up and some workshop. But now we're going to focus on my astrology.
Yes.
Right? And so you've got my exact birthday and the time of day I was born.
Yeah.
And so based on that one date alone, you've run these numbers.
Yes.
Not based on anything else.
Yeah, the day, the years, the month, the day, and the hours.
Okay.
So we
now I have a
call that very important number.
Okay, very important number. Now, okay, I'm a Western American, and I'm a skeptic sometimes, but I'm also a listener, and I also want to open my mind. But every baby that was born in that hospital in Costa Mesa, California in 1971 will have these same readings. So it could be 1,000 babies there, or born in America that day, thousands of babies, they will all have the same reading, correct?
No.
Why not?
The whole key is that,
Because they're my age, exactly.
yeah, because some of them may be slightly different, and the location may be slightly different.
Oh, so the location is here too?
In here, that means the whole key is that in the chart here, you have what? 2 billion, or not the same, 2 billion.
Okay, 2 billion unique pieces.
So it's pieces.
Okay.
And then the same.
But there were lots of babies born at the exact hour that I was born.
Yes.
And this is a 2-hour window, I think. So
Yeah.
it's from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm telling you my birthday. And so I was born at 2:59 a.m. in the morning. I'm sorry, Mom. And so, but every other baby born at that time would have the same reading, correct?
Yeah, some of them, that means we have a possibility of the energy of the thing, that somebody can be close, but not exactly the close.
Okay.
So that's why sometimes they're very different. So we're always going to check that, okay, if this chart is you.
Okay.
So we're going to check that.
So you're going to, and then also it can be one thing or sometimes two things.
Yes.
And so you ask me and you try to figure it
Yes.
out. Okay,
Right.
but it's just based on that one date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Date and time
time.
and hours. And now we look at your chart.
Okay.
Like in here, you're born. So we say, look at here. So you say you're born. So we call day master. That means you're born on that day.
Okay.
And there are a lot of water coming in.
Okay, and so
So
we're,
water elements.
we're
So-
looking at this chart right now, and Master Chia has shown me there's the 5 elements here of the water, the wood, the fire, the earth, and the metal.
Right.
And so we're going to talk about these elements. Looks like I have a lot of water, right?
So the water mean that, you see, the water mean you're smart, you're very clever, you're very easy learning quick, and you are also, we call a connector type.
Connector type.
Connector type.
Okay.
So you're connect, because there's a water is communication.
Okay.
Okay.
Water's communication.
So you are good in the, so you're good in self, obviously important, and good in social and the networking.
Okay.
So
now
you
that's
could-
the yin. What's the bad part of that? We'll come to that later.
Yeah, because now we coming on. So this is the kidney. So
Okay.
the kidney big. Sometimes that means that's a good part. You're smart. You learn fast. You have creating power. So the kidney always keep a creating power.
Okay.
So you can creating something. Always get a new thing and creating something and new thing and like that.
Okay.
That is what from the kidney power.
Okay.
So the creating power. Now the bad part is when sometimes it's too much, it can creating some kind of fear.
Okay.
So we call sometimes it over, and it creating some kind of fear.
Fear. Okay.
Yeah, in the kidney. So
Interesting.
because the kidney store fear, phobia, trauma.
Fear,
So sometimes when people have too much excess, they can have unknown fear coming out.
Okay. So
So-
if I'm always trying to create something, sometimes I create my own fear.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
So now, so that when we look at this chart, so we say, okay, now you dominate by water, but the other one are also okay. But so you have what? You're smart, you can creating, and you also have we call lung power.
Okay. This is the metal element.
The metal element.
Which is
So
21%. So
yeah.
the water was 36%, quite big.
So the lung element, the metal,
Yeah.
we call, you also can make decision.
Okay.
That is the metal power.
Okay.
Like a knife chopping.
Boom. Quick
You have power.
decisions.
And you have some, we call the earth elements.
Okay. 16% earth.
And that is what we call by organizing, managing things.
Okay.
So you have some little thing.
Okay.
You have some fire.
I don't have much fire, only 14%.
Yeah, but you still have it. But the fire, if you sometime in the time that go by, so this one when you born, but
Okay.
the one that changes is in the 10-year cycle.
Okay, so this is interesting. So again, the chart was done by the day I was born, which is 1971, but then it shows 10-year cycles of how I change over time
Every 10 year, every 10 year, every 10
as I get older.
Right.
So 10, 20 years old, 30
Right.
years old, 40 years old.
Right.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, Master Chia.
Yeah.
When you give someone this reading and you tell them in 2 years from now, their mother's going to have maybe be sick, does it just make them nervous and anxious? Or
No,
how do
we-
people use these readings to live their
To-
life? Or do they use it on their own organs like we're going to do some
we're
workshop?
going to change. So the whole key is that
We can change
now,
this.
which we want. My expert on this is how can you change and correcting the problem
Okay.
or the destiny.
Okay.
Because in this way, you see, for example, in here, your organs is dominated by water.
Right. This is the big thing here.
So it dominated by water.
Water, yeah.
And the fire. So we have to see here the number one.
Not much fire energy here.
Yeah. So we need to make. You see, So we have to look at see what element we should improve you.
Okay.
Okay. So in here, we have to improve more earth elements and improving the wood element because the wood have to supply power into the fire.
Oh, okay. You talked
So
about
the
this last
liver,
time. Okay.
So the liver is wood. So you need to strengthening the liver. Another part is that we call a creating cycle.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of water.
Yeah.
So we call water give birth to the tree.
Okay.
So that's why you have to move the water energy out to feed the wood. So water to the tree grow. And when the tree grow, you can get the branches of the tree to supply energy to the fire. So the fire burn.
Okay.
When the fire burn, it creating more earth. It becomes ashes and add more to the earth.
Okay.
And the earth you dig down, you find metal.
Okay.
And the metal attract the water.
Okay.
Attract the dews.
Right.
And it make condense to be water.
Okay.
Now you have more water.
Okay.
So we say a creating cycle will solve a lot of problems you have. So you make this cycle to create and multiply, and they are growing.
Okay. Will you know when we go to massage our organs in the other room? Will you know that certain organs I have to massage more, or work on my kidneys, or work on my liver, based on this? So my whole life, I'll always have to work on certain organs.
You certain liver.
Yeah.
And you have to work on more the pancreas, because that is your power.
Okay.
Because this power not enough to control the water. Okay. Because the earth block the water.
Okay.
So that is, you are too big in the water. You need the earth to help you control it.
Okay, understood. Now, we're going to go through and do some exercises on our organs. Mantak, what about the sexual energy? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to know.
The kidney is involved with the sexual energy.
The kidney is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the kidney is involved with the sexual energy. That is very important.
Okay.
You have involved with your energy, your strength, and the creating. That's what you are. So that's why you are. So you're dominated by water.
Okay.
And the water is quite strong.
Okay.
And you also is in this type of person. That means you are more self-important. You are more social and networking skill. So you are type of this person.
Okay. All right. Are we going to go do some exercises now?
Yeah, actually the exercise we can do it from here also.
Yeah?
Because the first part we call collecting your elements.
Okay. I think we should stand up. No?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
We can also
we'll go in
stand
there
up.
and we'll stand
Okay.
up and we'll do these exercises.
Yeah.
So I've moved into the studio here with Master Chia. We've already talked about my star signs, the astrology, and all these elements. And now we're going to go a little bit deeper on my 5 elements, and we're going to go into some exercises and massages and things like that. Maybe you'll talk a little sexual energy too.
The important part in astrology is that how you correct it.
Okay.
And that's my expert.
That's what you're an expert in. And that's why you're here in London teaching a workshop specifically on these 5 elements.
How to correct your insight.
Okay.
Because the element, they also have because destructive cycle or killing cycle or destroy cycle.
Okay.
So they say the simple one is water put off the fire.
Okay.
And the fire melt or destroy the metal.
Interesting.
And the metal cut the wood and destroy the wood.
Okay.
And the wood corroded the earth and destroy the earth.
Okay.
And the earth are blocking the water.
Okay.
So now for you have 2 big water.
Yeah.
And when in any time of the cycle, this water can put off your heart fire.
Okay, so everyone can see here, as you saw before, I'm 36% water, which is quite a lot, and he's saying that I can put out my own heart fire that way.
And that's we call internal conflict.
Internal conflict.
So when the internal conflict, if we don't dissolve it, it's going to manifest in external conflict.
Okay, so if I don't resolve what's going on inside me, it'll bounce out to external conflict. And then I'll have problems with my wife, my kids, my company, my friends, or my physicality.
The physical.
My physical.
Yeah,
okay.
This is a lot. And the physical, because when the heart fire is so little, you don't have energy, you're emotional, and it's affecting everything.
Everything. Okay.
Yeah. So now, so that's why in the way that the first thing we need to dissolve this organ energy, but this is many thousand years of technique.
Okay.
So the whole thing is that we call a creating cycle.
Okay. Now,
So
does
now-
everybody should do the creative cycle,
Yeah,
or just
but
me? Everybody.
But everybody.
Okay.
But depending on what dominate
Okay.
elements.
So I have to start with the water.
Yes.
The kidneys.
Yes, somebody have to start with fire.
Okay.
Some people start with the
Do you
wood.
ever meet people that have 20%, 20%, 20% exactly? And
Very
they're all-
little.
Very little.
Yeah.
Do those people need any help, or are they okay?
But along the 10-year cycle,
Right.
it will have problem.
It will go up and down
Up
and
and
things
down,
like that.
yeah.
Okay, of course.
So now in here,
Okay.
with the first thing we said, we need to get the water elements. Or
Okay.
what water power mean the kidney.
Kidneys. Okay.
So we're going to be
We're gonna do this
start
now.
with the exercise.
Okay.
So you can put this on.
Yeah,
now.
let me put this down. Okay.
So you rub the hand warm,
Rub the hands. Okay, here we go.
and now, and you cover the kidney. Okay. So once you cover the kidney and you smile, so you have to in touch with the kidney. You smile to the kidney,
Smile to the kidney.
and you're looking left and right. And when you, the first thing when you cover,
So I
when you
smile
cover
to,
the,
first of all, how do I smile to my kidneys? You taught me this on the first episode.
Yes.
Smile to your heart and things.
so the whole key, the first thing you said, if you know the location of the kidney,
Yeah.
and you know how the kidney look like,
Okay.
and now you believe that your brain have a connection, or the brain have the nervous system go down to the kidney or not.
Okay.
If you believe that, now you connect.
Okay, so I have to believe
You
it
have the
first.
image.
Okay. The kidney. Now, first of all, am I placing the kidneys here? Am I
Right.
doing it right?
Right.
That's right?
And yeah, and you
Okay.
cover them, you feel warm, and that the warmness you started to feel the hey, I'm getting warm
Okay.
inside, and that it become.
I
we
do
say
feel
the
some
kidney.
warmth in
Right.
my hands or whatever.
So there's the kidney.
I used
There's
to
the
feel my
warmth.
kidneys when I was younger when I drank too much. Then I could feel my kidneys. I was like, they must be right there, but otherwise I can't. So, all right, so I do this. I put these here, and then I smile to my kidneys, right?
And you're looking left and right, and,
And I'm-
make sure the kidney warm.
Okay.
And
I
when
go
it
left.
warm, now they're pair organs.
Okay.
So you look and you feel the kidney, and now kidney is responsible for water,
Okay.
water energy.
Okay.
And now when you feel the energy of the kidney, you bring, so the pair organ is bladder.
Okay.
So you put your hand back into here, the bladder.
Right.
When the bladder empty, we call our empty organs.
Empty organs.
The kidney we call full organs.
Full organs. Okay.
Because, but empty organ can multiply.
Okay.
So if I get the kidney energy to the bladder, and now I spiral, I
Okay.
spiral on my bladder,
Okay.
and now I increasing kidney power.
Okay.
So I spiral, I increasing the kidney power. Kidney also involved with soft, gentle, calm, and peace energy.
Okay.
So now you increase this energy.
Am I touching my bladder here, or am I just on the outside?
Oh, you can outside. You just spiral, and
Okay.
eventually you feel kidney is very easy to feel, because when they're empty, when you are full, you feel hey, I need to pee,
Yeah.
and you feel it.
Okay.
But when they're empty, when the energy go in, you feel hey, I feel something in my bladder. That is the
Okay.
first part. And when you spiral, it multiply.
Okay.
Yeah. So it multiply. When it multiply, you bring this energy, and you feel this energy to the liver. So, and your mind, this is what is natural way, but you say, the water give birth to the tree.
To the tree. Okay, and the liver's the tree.
The tree.
Okay.
So when you move up to the tree, so
Okay,
you feel
I go
the.
here.
So now you think the liver have water,
I'm thinking
and
of water.
it grow.
And it grows.
It grow, and from tree to big tree, and blossoming with
Blossoming with water.
flower and bearing fruits.
Okay.
And the fruit have seed and it grow.
And I'm not touching my liver now?
No,
I'm on
you
the
just
outside.
Outside.
Outside. Okay.
So now you think the green color,
Yeah.
liver,
Okay.
and the liver started to grow.
Am I smiling
Now,
to my liver or not smiling?
You smile to the
I'm
liver.
always smiling to my liver. Okay.
So when you smile to the liver, now because in your charge, you need liver power.
Okay.
So the only one can give you is the water.
Okay.
So now liver started to grow.
Okay.
Now in your chart, the next thing you need fire.
Fire. Heart.
So you think very simple. When I chop the branches of the tree, and if I have 1 tree, 5 tree, 10 tree, 100 tree, it become a forest.
Okay.
And now I have a lot of wood.
Okay.
So you bring this wood
Yeah.
into the fire, and it burn, and the fire burning.
Okay, so now my
So
fire
you
is
go
burning in my
down.
heart.
So
okay.
you feel a loving fire.
Okay, and I'm smiling to my heart.
The
Yeah,
heart.
okay.
And you loving fire, compassion fire. Now the heart burning with fire.
Okay.
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 Now because your weakness is the fire.
Yes, my weakness is the fire.
So if you don't now if you do this way, now the water, because it go into creating cycle, they're not going to counteract cycle.
Okay.
Like water give birth to the wood.
Wood, yeah.
And the wood give
to the
birth
fire.
to the fire.
Okay.
Now in the relationship,
Earth.
water
Okay, yeah.
is the mother of the wood.
Okay.
And the wood is the mother of the fire.
Okay.
So now the fire is the grandchildren of the water.
Okay.
So if they know the relationship, they don't want to kill each other.
Okay.
So the water, so oh my God.
Oh, they're
I don't
connected
know.
now through one generation.
Yes.
And then now you've connected them, and now they're not.
So now they don't want to kill.
Okay.
But if you separate them, they're going to go
Okay.
into counteract cycle.
And that's why I have to do this regularly.
Right.
Is this every day I do this?
Yes, you're very quick when you go it. So now from the heart,
Heart, yeah,
now
smile to my
the
heart.
small intestine is empty. When the small thing empty, you can multiply more energy. So
Okay.
you multiply love, joy, loving fire,
Okay.
compassion fire,
Okay.
joy, and happiness.
Okay.
When you feel that energy, you move into the earth. So in your mind you say, the fire when it burn, cool down, it become ashes. Ashes you add in more earth, and that is the spleen, pancreas,
Okay.
and the stomach.
In the stomach. Okay.
So when you spiral spleen, pancreas,
Okay.
and you multiply in the stomach, because
Okay.
stomach is empty, you can multiply them.
Okay.
When it's full with food, you cannot.
So don't do this when I've eaten.
Yes.
Okay.
So
All
you spiral in the stomach,
Yeah.
and the stomach started to multiply more love, joy, happiness.
Okay.
Later on, you have every organ have emotion, so you grow more good energy.
Okay.
Now, when you finish, now you think so. The mind says, the earth. When you have bigger earth, you dig, you find metal,
Okay. Yeah.
and that is the
Metal.
lung.
The lungs or the
The
metal.
lung is the
Okay.
metal.
Okay.
So now, the lung is the metal. Lung and last intestine is one pair.
Okay. And the large
So the
intestine
lung.
is
So you smile
higher.
to
Okay.
the lung,
The lungs, right?
and you feel the lung grow, and you always in the beginning you grow them with love, joy, happiness,
Love and joy, happiness. Okay.
because that is the major energy can multiply.
Okay. Okay.
Later on, you see it multiply the love, joy, happiness, and become we call courage in the lung, righteousness, and sincerity. That is how the energy grow and activate in the lungs.
Okay.
And give you more courage, give you more righteous feeling, give you more sincerity.
Okay.
And that's the lung power.
Okay.
So after that, now you rub the hand again. You come back
Yeah.
to the kidney again.
Back to the kidney. Okay.
So you come to the kidney.
Boom. Yeah.
Now, and you go on at least 3 rounds.
Okay.
So we go fast now because we did it. So the kidney,
Yeah.
warm, nice,
I go
smile.
back and forth. Smile.
Yeah.
I go back and forth.
Back and forth,
with each
back
leg,
and forth.
or the
yes,
head. The
yeah.
head back and
the
forth.
head back
Okay.
and forth, and you see it. And when you feel the energy, bring it to multiply in the
Right.
bladder.
In the bladder. Okay. So low. Okay.
And the bladder have enough energy, water into the
Into the liver.
tree.
In the tree. Water tree.
There
Liver.
it is.
Okay.
So the tree grow
Right.
and growing bigger and bigger and more and become a forest.
Okay.
Now when you become forest, you don't worry about normal wood
Right.
to burn to fire. Now you have fire
Right.
grow.
Okay.
So now you come out the heart.
Take it to the heart energy.
Now
okay.
the heart fire burning.
Okay. So that's
Otherwise, when heart fire burning, the water cannot, and the water now become in a cycle of creating, not in a cycle of destruction.
destruction. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And so you go
Right.
on, and you come back into the small intestine,
intestines, yeah.
and the spleen, pancreas,
spleen,
and
pancreas.
stomach,
Okay. And stomach. Yeah.
and the lung,
And then up to the lungs.
and
yeah.
the last intestine. Now kidney again.
Okay. And
So it's
then-
a 3
okay.
round.
3 rounds. Okay.
At least 3 rounds, and you
Okay.
started to feel, and it change your life, change your conflict, because internal conflict is the worst thing we have.
Okay.
Some people, like water and fire, is a big problem, because water, when you come into the 10-year life cycle, if water counteract fire, that is the time that it's gonna hurt the heart.
Okay.
And some people, like for example, they're born in the wood elements, and the wood is very small, and the metal very big. We call the axe, a knife.
Okay.
So a knife cut the wood,
Okay.
and it's gone.
Okay.
So that means hurting the liver.
So I need to equalize these energies so they
Yes.
don't destroy each other.
Yes.
And now, when you do your workshops over 5 days, do people have these big breakthroughs? Do they do
Yes.
these cycles, and do they get emotional? Do they cry? Do they see things?
They
What
not-
happens?
In the Tao way, we don't go into the breaking emotional. We want to make emotional smooth and circulate. Breaking out is just you out.
Okay.
But we want to keep the energy circulate inside.
Okay.
That is the major key.
Okay.
Okay. Now you also, so this is one, it's a very important part. So when you
Every
do
day.
it,
Every
yeah,
day.
every day,
3 cycles or more.
3 cycle, you can do 3 cycle or 6 cycle in the morning
In the
or
morning?
evening.
Or in the evening. Okay.
Yeah.
Standing
so
up.
now,
Okay.
yeah. So now when you do that for a while, you start to say, hey, my organs are more balanced, my conflict in my life are less. And when this one dissolve the conflict, now your life it becomes smooth because inside conflict always manifests outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this mean my wife is going to be happy now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good.
Now,
I'll start working on this.
now, you need to separate strengthening the liver.
Okay.
Okay, because liver not strong enough.
Okay.
So liver is so we know liver
Yeah.
in here, and they have a sound called a liver sound. So you press right into liver and you do the liver sound, and you rub it. You rub it. Now in the Tao believe that liver connect with the tree.
Okay.
So when you smile and think about the tree, and you feel that you bring the tree energy into the liver. So you smile to the tree, think about green color, breathe in the green color into the liver,
Okay.
and feel the liver grow.
Okay. I
Now,
like trees, by the way.
Yes, that's good.
I like them a lot.
Right, green.
Green.
So that is you already know that hey, I need it. I need the green color for
Because my
tree.
liver needs it.
Right.
Because
sometimes
I'm
people know it.
because of the wood element. I need more of it.
You need,
Okay.
Without the wood element, there's no fire to burn.
Okay.
So now, in the other part, in the later part of the chart, we have we call the organs.
Okay.
So we see which organ weak, which organ strong,
Okay.
and we have the food list. We call the 5 element astrology food list.
Okay.
So the list tell you that if your organ, which one weak, which one strong. So we have the full list of cold, neutral, warming, and hot.
Okay.
In here, you are quite good. You see, now the only weakness is the heart.
Okay.
The heart is 0.
0.
That means your heart energy is low,
Okay.
and kidney, okay. So very good. Kidney 2.
Is that good?
2 is 4. That means it's good energy. So
Good.
1 and 2.
Okay. My lung
Yeah.
is 4.
The
Why
lung
it
is
so
a
big?
little bit too strong.
Too strong.
Too
Oh,
strong.
because you can
The
have too
metal
strong too.
is the metal power.
Okay.
So now we only need to strengthening the heart food.
What about liver? It's 1 and large
Liver,
intestine 1.
we
Is that
want
okay?
to cool them down.
Cool it down.
Yeah, 1 is okay. So say 1
Okay,
and
one's
2 is good.
Okay.
4, we need to cool
Cool
it
it
down.
down. Okay.
So we have a food list not including here.
Okay.
The food list. So now in this food list, we have the food. We have the cool list. So you need to avoid the cool list, and you taking in neutral, warm, and hot food to bring the heart fire up. So
Okay.
there's certain food.
So I can't eat cold food anymore.
No, it's not cold.
Oh.
It's the property of
Oh, property of the cold. Okay.
yeah,
So
cold.
certain types of food.
Certain type of food
Okay,
that is
all right.
cold.
So I'll have to look
your
that
organ.
up. Okay.
And now, but in the lungs,
Yeah.
it's 4. It's too hot.
Too hot. So what do
So
we
we
do?
want to cool them down.
Okay.
So you have cold food and the neutral food.
Okay.
So a property of the energy that's going to be cool your lung down and neutralize your energy.
But it's all food. It's
Oh,
food based.
that is the food basis.
Okay.
now.
All right. And I'll look that up later.
Right.
So that will cool my lung down.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay.
Okay. Now, so the liver.
Yeah.
So you strengthen your liver.
Yeah.
And you think about the tree.
Okay.
You think about
Yeah.
So if you are a little bit more advanced in the meditation, so we say the Jupiter connecting with the tree.
Okay.
The liver.
Yeah.
It's a tree. It's a green energy. So now if you have application, this is in the Tao olden time. This is how they practice.
Okay.
They have to figure out when the Jupiter come close to the Earth.
Oh, when Jupiter comes close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have to figure out. So when they need the more energy in the liver,
Yeah.
they look at the Jupiter. Oh, now it's on here. So you're facing it.
Okay.
And you respect, honor, and gratitude, and you ask the power of the Jupiter come in a green light and come into your liver.
Okay.
And it's strengthening your liver.
Okay.
But now we know that every planet actually control. Well, now we have more and more understand. Every planet actually control our cells or the electron spinning.
Okay.
And it affecting our cell spinning.
Okay.
So in the Tao say, okay, the Jupiter involved with the liver,
Okay.
the Mars involved with the heart fire.
Okay.
So if you need more heart fire, you see when the Mars appear closer to the Earth, that is the strength of that time.
Okay.
And you bring them, and you smile, respect, honor, gratitude,
Okay.
and you just smile. The smile is the key.
Smile to the
Smile
planets.
to the planets.
Do I have to
to the
know when
months.
they're close? Do I have to know
You
the
have
months that they're close?
Yeah, no, you have they call the Skywalker in the free program in the mobile.
So you know when they're close.
Yes.
And when they're close, I'm gonna smile to them.
Yes.
Okay.
And now you bring them and ask them to give you energy, and you're strengthening them.
Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. Good. Now, are there any other massage techniques that I should do?
So
or
the
anything else
whole
that
key,
people
like the
can learn?
real is the liver.
Yeah, for me
So
it's
you
liver.
press down. So you see you press down to your liver. Okay. And now when you inhale, you pushing in and you go again and you can spiral, and that is you strengthening your liver.
Okay.
And you are
Pushing,
digging the
into my liver. It's right
And-
here, right?
Yeah, under
There?
the rib cage.
Under the rib cage,
Yeah.
right there.
And now when you dig in, and you also breathing
so weird.
into the breathing into the
How
liver.
come we don't touch ourselves in the West? Nobody touches their organs like this. Why?
You know, the whole key is that we don't. I mean, we have the textbook, the organ, and we don't touch them.
Right? Why?
Okay? We don't know. Now, but in the West, when you go to see doctor, and they have expert, you know how many years become an expert in a doctor? It takes 7 years to be a doctor, 4 years to be the expert, another 4 years to be a specialist,
Okay.
and a liver specialist. You see,
Yeah.
it's so important. You
Right.
see, and we have many 100,000 or million dollar of machine try to check what's wrong with the liver.
Right.
But in the Tao say, hey, if you want to make your liver strong, dig in your liver, do the sound, and give the good emotional.
Okay.
Because
Smile to it.
all the worst thing about the liver is angry.
Okay.
Angry, you hurt the liver. Drunk, you hurt the liver.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, when I running workshop, I tell them to smile to liver, dig to liver, massage the liver.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're in touch, and when they smile in touch with the liver, oh my God, my liver is so pain.
So it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
They lose the pain.
Yes. That means, oh my God, it's so pain, or it's so hard like a rock. Because it's hard like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get them to massage it and smile
Yeah,
to it, and
smile
it
to it.
releases it.
And release it. And now, because the liver, when it's too hard, people really get angry. Because that is what the emotional organ.
Okay.
Angry, jealousy,
So-
envy,
okay.
frustration, stress.
Okay. So every day I should massage my liver.
Yes.
Okay.
And the next one,
else?
your heart.
My heart. Okay.
So very simple. You see, the heart is very emotional organ also.
Okay. Yeah.
So every emotional will attack the heart.
Okay.
Okay. So one problem is that this, when the heart cannot, especially hatred,
Okay.
impatient, there's too much energy there.
Okay.
And the heart, when we are blocked, it cannot go anywhere.
Okay.
So the emotional have to dump on the rib cage,
Okay.
and that is worse. So sometimes we say, I hate you into the bone. The hatred actually goes right into the bone.
Okay.
So the whole key is no way to get it out. The hatred is so it burns and it carries to the next generation. So the whole key is that you have to use the knuckle.
Knuckles. Okay.
And you get on the sternum,
Yeah.
but it's very pain.
Okay.
So when you fight,
to the side, just to the side.
Spiral,
Like
and
this?
you spiral, you go like this a little bit, and you spiral. When you find a very pain part, so you are pinpoint in one place, and you spiral it, and the pain. So you just have to go to the pain a little bit, and you spiral. Now you get
It's better.
You get the emotional net. We call dump into the bone.
Okay.
And you get rid of it.
Okay.
Because when you dump into the bone, it's making the whole ribcage so pain, and now the bone marrow cannot do work.
Okay. And I'm doing this right
Yeah.
about there.
So
the
right.
side.
So
it's in the center, right in the center of the sternum.
The whole sternum and between the sternum and the ribcage.
Okay.
And that's where is the heart.
Okay.
So the heart is here.
It's there, right.
So when the heart is here, a lot emotional dump in this area. It's a circle. It's about this big.
Okay.
So sometimes you see, sometimes people have a lot of pain. So in between here.
Oh yeah! Ow!
Yeah.
Ow! Okay.
And that is how.
Okay.
So now when you work on it, you can see that the pain, you get rid of the pain,
Okay.
and emotional started to gone.
Okay.
Because it's recording down into the bone.
In the bone. Okay. All right.
And that's very bad because, and this recording, hatred passed to the next generation.
Through my sons. Okay.
to son, grandson, all these things.
Okay. So
And that's how the hatred in the world here is passing. It never ends.
because no one's taking the time to work on their organs.
Yeah.
Now, most people, when you tell them to work on their organs, who aren't fans of Mantak Chia,
Yeah.
do they think you crazy?
I think people more understand now because we go to see expert about liver expert, kidney expert, heart expert.
Yeah.
But you yourself don't take care of your organ, and you expect somebody that don't know you to be an expert to check you and to heal you.
Right. Heal yourself first.
So heal yourself first. And that's what the Tao say, hey, you have an organ and your mind connecting with it. Okay? Your mind connecting, and you can use your mind, the eye, heart to focus and to fix it. Because body have, when you are so much, when you see, when you work on this,
Yeah.
and when the pain started to release, your heart open.
Okay.
And when you smile to the heart, now the heart started to, when you so much love, joy, when you generate, and your heart gets so much love.
Yeah.
Now when so much love, the heart will producing a hormone.
Okay.
Very important. Make you calm, happy, enjoy life. That is the heart producing it. And now they discovered the heart can produce, when you so much joy and happiness, it producing an anti-cancer hormone.
Okay.
And it actually suppressing. This is the Western
Western medicine. Okay.
But that you have to be in the state of happiness.
Okay. All right.
But in this one, it's blocking your happiness.
Okay. All right. So that's the liver and the heart. If you had to show me one or two other massages, what's another important one?
So now, when you clear this one,
Yeah.
now you're going to go into the lung. The lung is the life.
Okay.
So the whole key, sometimes, sometimes I use this.
Okay.
So you're hitting this like this.
Okay.
This is the lung, so if you go like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
In the between and the lung.
Okay.
So you're knocking the lung like this. So when you do like this, it breaking, especially the mucus.
The mucus.
The mucus. And a lot of emotional also in the lung. Lung is sadness, depression, blocking everything in this rib cage here.
Okay.
So a lot, because the rib cage is protecting the lung.
Okay.
So when the lung have too much sadness or depression, they also dump into the rib cage because they know it to get out. Because in our society, the emotional is like this. We don't know what to deal with it. So when they have emotional, we think that don't express them out and don't shout or scream or something like that. Mm-hmm. And you have no control. And people look at you, hey, this guy cannot be deal with it, right? So we suppress.
Okay.
So when we suppress it, we get sick.
Okay.
And now to one day we cannot suppress it anymore. We expose, boom. We get big trouble. You go to court, you go to jail. So now we're stuck in the between. What are we gonna do with it?
Okay.
So that is the whole key. So now once you understand that this thing, so if you work on yourself and the earth, the
Right.
important is the earth.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the earth.
Because the important part of the earth is this. Earth, if you believe that organic garbage, if you don't return back to the earth, what happens? If everybody take all the organic garbage out of the earth dry.
Okay.
And no energy. And we call the earth dying. You cannot grow anything anymore.
Okay.
But if you put organic, or the leaf, or the leftover food, or the stool, the dead animal, you put it back and it compose into fertilizer.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about the earth energy.
Yes.
Okay.
So that means at least if you know that, okay, if you believe that my emotional is an organic emotional,
Okay.
I can let go to the Mother Earth, and Mother can compose it and recycle it and give me back a good energy. Now you have some way to get out.
Okay.
Otherwise we stuck.
Okay.
The emotional go nowhere.
Okay.
So the people emotional go nowhere, they drunk.
And is there an earth organ or no?
The spleen.
The spleen. Okay. And is there a massage for the
Right.
spleen?
So the spleen also the same.
Okay.
So we have the sound we call. So you go in, digging in the stomach.
Is it right here under the ribs again?
Yeah.
Right here?
And then rib get on the left side.
On the left side, yeah. Okay.
So you go in, you dig, you dig,
dig in.
you dig. Some people pain, very
Right
painful.
there. Okay. I don't
And
have
you
pain
dig
there.
it.
That's okay.
But some people have it, some
Have it,
people
some
don't
people
have
don't.
it.
Okay, yeah.
So some people have pancreas problem.
Okay.
And you dig it down, you can feel the pain, very
Okay.
painful, because pancreas are dying because too much
Yeah.
sugar, too much all these things,
Okay.
So now the spleen is more on the left hand side.
Okay.
So if you digging, and you keep on doing the sound, and the important part, breathing the yellow light.
Yellow light.
The yellow light.
Okay. Visualize the yellow light.
Yellow light.
Okay.
And when people have a low in the spleen energy, spleen pancreas stomach, we call it earth energy.
Okay.
So we have a yellow light, and we have a Saturn. Saturn is the earth elements,
Okay.
planet,
Okay.
and it's connecting to the spleen.
Okay.
So the technology now is so amazing. You download a free, we call I use the one that Skywalker.
Skywalker. Okay. And you
Yeah.
can tell when the planets are close.
Right. And
Okay.
you just scan the room where the planet,
Right.
and some you scan up and the back, and now the Saturn is here.
And you face the
So
planet.
you're facing it,
Okay.
and you breathing, smile to the Saturn, and you think a yellow color coming in, and you bring them into the spleen, it's
Okay.
strengthening it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Okay, those are some good organ pieces. Now, Mantak, I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Because last time you were here, you talked about lots of different kinds of energy, and you also talked about the sexual energy.
Yes.
And so I have to ask you, and I know that the organ energy is important. You probably get tired of all the sexual energy questions. Do you get tired of it?
No, that's
It's
my
okay?
expert also.
Now, last time you told me that sexual energy is the ultimate life force, and
Yes.
it's so powerful because
Right.
it creates human beings and all
Yes.
these things. And if you can harness it to put it back into your body,
Right.
then it's so powerful. And
Yes.
you even said to me one time, when you want to be creative and you want to do that,
Write book.
you have sex. Write a
Yes.
book. You have use your sexual.
If I
energy.
have, if I want more creating power and want to work late and harder, I make love and not ejaculation.